Hi, this is Mark from LongIslandWatch.com, showing you we can have fun in this watch collecting hobby of ours. In 2024, I picked up, as usual, a bunch of watches. Two of them I'm wearing now. They're more serious pieces. I'll get it over with. Seiko Prospex LE SPB 473, and on my other wrist is my Christopher Ward Belcanto. However, there's two more watches I want to share with you that I picked up this year that are just not serious at all. They're fun. They might make you laugh. They might make you cringe, but they're just cool. And it shows how wide-reaching and what a variety of pieces we can get in this hobby. And not everything has to be serious and fancy and elegant. Watches can just be plain fun. So we're going to check out two watches. Number one, I don't know which order I'm going to do them in. A Number Cruncher from Mr. Jones. I picked that one up in Wind Up, New York. So it was just a couple months ago, October 2024. And the Christopher Ward Seconde collaboration Desk Diver. I saw this one pop up on Watch Chris's channel, and I immediately went to the buy button because I had to have such a light-hearted watch, especially somebody like me who, even though I've been doing this for 20 years, I did work in corporate for 13 years? Yeah, 13 years. So I can pretty much relate to everything this watch stands for. Let's have some fun. So we'll start with the Mr. Jones watch. The watch is not in the box currently, it's already out, but I just want to share with you the packaging because it is pretty cool looking, kind of like a, I don't know, vaudeville kind of inspired package here. And my first, there's really not much else to see, although I do want to get out the leaflet. Excuse me. My first foray into the brand, or the first time I had heard of it, was definitely on Reddit, and I came across Useless Lazy Afternoon, or whatever the model is called. And I initially thought gimmick watch, and then I saw the pinball watch and a whole bunch of others. I'm like, well, no, not really gimmick. Really well designed as far as from an artistic standpoint. Wow, I need a new glove, huh? Look at my logo. Anyway, so this was Number Cruncher that I got, and I just want to share the artist, Honorio Deporio. I apologize, I'm probably murdering his name. But you can read about, if you're interested, you can read what the designer thought. If you want to pause it and slow it down for yourself, that's fine. However, I'm here for the fun. And to me, it's just a really, really cool watch. It is a little bit on the smaller side, especially for me, it's a 37 millimeter. So let's come up on the dial to really appreciate it and see what we got here. So really cool. So we have a monster, and he's painted on the glass along with, I guess, a little bit of a cityscape in the front here. Mr. Jones watch is a British company, London. So I guess that's Big Ben. Over here, the tower, right there. And then you can see some more cityscape on the actual dial itself. However, the standout here would be the monster eating the number 4, which right now means, I don't think the watch is running. It's been sitting here waiting for me to do this video for a while. But you can see the hours there for, and then the minutes are on the bottom on a rotating disc. This is it's a TY2709, but actually a movement I'm sort of familiar with. I've sold watches with it in the past. It's a Chinese movement. It is a jump hour movement. So I guess we'll just go through the, whoops, if I get my glove finger, there we go, under the crown. So, oh, here we go. So watch the time going forward, 15, 20, 25, da-da-da-da-da-da. And then watch the monster's hand, right? Ready, 4, and then, so it's 3:59, and then, excuse me, 4:59, then 5 o'clock, 5:05, 5:10, 5:15. I'll do a little bit faster, and because I messed that one up. 5:55, and then it's almost 6, boink, and then it's 6 o'clock. So, for my aging eyes, I am now in my upper 40s. It is a little bit hard to read. This number I can see fine. These numbers down here, a little jumbled, but still, I love the fun. I love everything else about it. So let's, here you go, you can see on the back, there is the artist's name again. And I'll just go over the specs really quick. So it's 37, as I mentioned. It's 10.8, and that is to a sapphire crystal. Kind of surprising for a, I'm going to say fashion-y kind of watch, but yeah, sapphire crystal. And we are looking at just shy of 47 on the lug-to-lug. It comes on this, mesh bracelet with the quick release pins, so you can swap it to anything else that you might want, you know, like a leather strap or a rubber strap or a nylon strap or something. Water resistance is just 5 atmospheres. You wouldn't expect much out of this. And the price, the web price, as I checked, it was $350. So I think that's a great going rate for something that's, it's probably more than a good going rate. For something that is original, 100% original, art, fun, really nice. So this is Mr. Jones. They have way more than just this. There's, as I mentioned, the pinball machine, the pinball watch, the afternoon watch. There's kind of watches where text comes together as time goes on and talks about time being a social construct. All these other things, really nifty, but let's move on to the next one. So on to the Christopher Ward Desk Diver, and I guess I'll just share a little bit of the presentation with you. This might make my third. I think it's the third Christopher Ward I've purchased. I gave one to my wife, so I guess it's the second for me. But anyway, I saw this watch come across on, as I mentioned, Watch Chris's channel, and I just 100%, I went to the buy button almost immediately. It comes with a cool stack of Post-it notes. I want to get them out. A highlighter, some paper clips, thumbtacks, and even some pencils. And they're sharpened. Really nifty. I got the one, there was a couple of different strap options just to get it out of the way. I got the one with a optional yellow rubber strap from Delugs or Delugs. It shows how much I know about other people in the industry. I've heard of them, I just really don't know who or what they are. And again, these are all personal watches. There's no endorsements going on here. I just happen to really like them. And then you get the Monster Christopher Ward box. And I will spend a minute to, there we go. You guys remember this when I did the Belcanto review? The watch is actually, as it gets blurry, the watch is under here. There it is. So you might be saying to yourself, why did it still have the plastic on it if you've owned it for a while? Well, I got it, I unwrapped it, I did take the plastic off, I looked at it, and then I'm like, you know what, I want to do a video on this. And I put it back in the box behind my desk, and I kind of forgot about it for a couple of months. So this is the Christopher Ward Desk Diver done in collaboration with Seconde, which I guess this would make, I think, the third or fourth watch I have that he's collaborated on. I have a Squale, I have a Spinnaker, I got this one. So maybe it's the third. So it's basically the same platform as the Christopher Ward C65 Aquitaine diver, which is a 41 millimeter diver. It's just though his take on it, or I should say Seconde's take on it, and it is just a commentary on office life. If you've never worked an office job, like a real corporate, you won't find it funny. I found it extremely, extremely amusing because I could relate to it from my, like I said, 13 years in corporate America. That's a 40, but I'll go over the specs, then we'll come in on the dial and talk about the fun. 41 millimeters in diameter, 12.45 thick to a lovely box sapphire, 46.7 on the lug tip to lug tip. Some first responders going by outside. We're into a Sellita SW200 movement, 200 meters of water resistance. I mentioned the box sapphire. It is a limited edition run of 500 units. Price, I believe I paid around $1,400. Like I said, this comes on the bracelet, and then I opted for the extra rubber strap. So it is a screw down crown. I guess we'll go over the operation of it really quick. You can wind it, pull it out 2 clicks to set the time, 1 click to set the date. The date is at the bottom, nice and balanced. Wind it, push it back down, 38 to 40 hours of power reserve. So the standout for this watch is the dial. But I guess we'll go over the bracelet really quick. Quick release pins, size with screws, beautiful double push button with hidden micro adjust there, ratcheting micro adjust, and then a customized case back, which we'll get to in a second. So when we look at the watch, well, what do we got? Well, right on the bottom, in Post-it note, the Desk Diver. Because let's face it, most people buy a dive watch, they aren't diving with it. Maybe they work in their desk job. And then you have some segmentations around the dial itself. For the first 5 minutes, you have a break. Then you got some meeting time. You can see it there. You have time to gossip. There was definitely morning gossip and it wasn't water cooler talk in my office. It was coffee machine talk because the coffee machine was in my office. We have, what is that? Office politics. Who's doing what? Who's doing? Sometimes who's doing who? Let's see. I think that was move under the minute hand. Yeah, you got to move around and do something. And then, of course, what day would be complete or what hour would be complete without about 15 minutes of doom scrolling. And then moving around the bezel, which is a unidirectional bezel with, I guess it's sapphire, more than likely. So it's painted for me underneath. Obviously, it has to be this detailed. You get so a little break time with some coffee. You get your meeting. Say hi, take a nap, say bye. Good one. It's a knife. So the knife is opposite gossip. Is this when you're stabbing people in the back? I'm not quite sure. Or maybe you're eating. Who knows? Office politics, which is definitely a comedy, drama kind of thing. Move around. And then you're doom scrolling where you increase your dopamine from scrolling on your phone. But then, of course, you lose all faith in humanity because maybe you're just watching cat videos or whatever. I don't think cat videos are still a thing. And then you go to the case back and it is, let me open it up. The Desk Diver, How to Dominate from 9 to 5. So as I mentioned, just a fun watch, a cool watch. And, someone will look at it and maybe start up a conversation with you. And that is kind of what this whole hobby is all about. We should really just be having fun. Enough watching channels and videos where people are telling you what you should and shouldn't wear, what you should and shouldn't do. You wear what you want to wear. I'll wear what I want to wear. Size doesn't matter. Fun doesn't matter. Seriousness, whatever. Serious, non-serious. You want to wear this to a wedding? Wear this to a wedding. It'll be a hoot. Anyways, has been Mark from LoganWatch.com. Showing you a couple of fun watches I picked up in 2024. Please like the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so. Questions, comments, anything else you want to say, put it down below. I'll be sure to address it as soon as I can. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.